Hello and welcome to Maverrik Live. I am here with Kurtis. Cheer.
Hello, nice to see you guys again.
And today we'll be discussing why simple actions gets results. The reason why I do it like that is because we was having a little mantra before we got started, just to wake us up on this like Monday morning. It's one of those. I had a slow start this morning, honestly.
How come?
But I don't know. I woke up and obviously I came in. We had a meeting, and my voice was obviously going, and I was trying to wake my body up. Simple action, got a coffee, and I was on my way. But yeah, today we're discussing these simple actions, and these don't need to be sales related. They can be motivational and in your life related. It could just be a simple thing as making your bed in the morning, or deciding to wake up a little bit earlier, or having a shower and just waking yourself up. These simple actions can gear yourself up for something bigger in the future. But when it does come to sales, which is why I'm going to turn to our resident salesman of the office, when it comes to sales and simple actions, what is the simplest of actions you could take just to land a sale?
Yeah, so it's always important just to do the simple actions at first, because it's like with anything. If you're able to do the simpler things and like the things that people don't really care about, do you mean like when it comes to exercise, when they say you should train when no one's looking? Yeah. Do you mean like that sort of stuff? If you can be asked and you can train yourself and train your mindset to do simple things like that, then you'll be able to do the bigger things and go full effort with that. So when it comes to sales and obviously because we predominantly specialize in LinkedIn, it'll be small things like just show some support to your prospects. So whether it's just liking or commenting on their posts, don't just see that they've posted and just keep scrolling or get on with what you're doing. Just literally like. Also, when you comment, put a bit more effort into the simpler things as well. Ask about the post. Just put a bit more effort where you're like looking into it, so it doesn't seem like one of those generic comments where they think, oh, actually, because a lot of people like to define what you do in small actions to what you do in the bigger picture. Yeah. So if you're putting a lot of effort into these small things, they're going to be like, wow, if he's spending that much time going through my comment or going through my post and asking me into detail about what it's about, then they're going to think, well, if I work with them, maybe that will be how they work with me. Yeah,
you can see they put in the effort to go a little bit step further.
Yeah.
And it's what a lot of, I think, motivational coaches, a lot of lifestyle coaches will tell you, these small actions over time can develop into habits. And if you have a good habit of doing things a little bit, giving yourself a little bit more, not only will you see it better in your own life, you'll see that people will care more about what you do and say, rather than just saying, oh, great post, Kevin. It could be like, oh, I noticed, say the video was about a motivational post about the new landing on Mars. You could be, wow, this is a great achievement. I know where it was, or, get a little bit more action. So, oh, I can't wait to see where we go further on it. So those little bits that just keep growing on. It's like a form of compound action.
Yeah, definitely. And with it, because anything that's new will seem so much effort at first. So if you're doing this daily, and then once you build up that habit, it will just feel like something that you just do naturally. Whereas like if you went to someone who doesn't make their bed every day and you say, oh, can you make your bed every day? At first, you're going to be like, oh, God, that's going to add 5 minutes onto my day. It's going to push everything back. But then when you build yourself up, you're just going to be making your bed as soon as you wake up, and it's just going to become nothing. So I mean, like even when it comes to longer periods where you're saying someone who hasn't been to the gym before and they tend to say, oh, actually, I don't have the time. Because actually, when you do go to the gym, it could be like half an hour to an hour. Yeah. So once they start doing it, you factor that time in and you factor that effort in, and then it just becomes normal. So whether it's these little things where it's liking and commenting on people's posts, where it could be 15 to half an hour of your day, you will be able to find somewhere to squeeze it in, because it just becomes natural habit, and then you start getting the results from it. So you realise how much it is worth doing.
Yeah, it really helps with your goal setting as well, because I think a lot of people struggle to achieve these big goals because they don't have enough smaller things to keep them going. When I think before about we're in the end of February now, at the start of the year, it's always about New Year's resolutions. Yep. And people go for these lofty ones, but if you set them really smaller, but then you have smaller actions again, it kind of builds up. So like you said, instead of saying, oh, this month I'm gonna talk to 100 people a day. Okay, start with just 5 people, and then make that your regular sort of, and then build it up, build it up, build it up. You probably should talk to like 100 people a day anyway, because many people as possible is a great thing for sales. But you won't get that far because you haven't instilled that habit in you.
Yeah, and I will say the smaller actions are going to be the most important for something so digital like LinkedIn, because LinkedIn's all about building rapport and building relationships. You want to train yourself at the moment to not aim to get the business or to try and attempt to get the business in the first go. So if you're training yourself to do these liking comments, these congratulations, just these little general messages about the weather or whatever new their business thing's doing or whatever their post has been, you're going to get yourself into such a mental state that you're going to know and be very calculated in your approach, where you're going to be building rapport with people, like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And then when it comes to the business, they're going to accept it better because obviously the relationship's built there. And you're going to have a more calm approach, whereas you're not going to go full guns blazing, scare them off, and then you've lost someone already.
I see it happen all the time where someone realizes how much you can sell on, say, LinkedIn, and they'd send out this big we welcome packet to someone and being like, there's a big blowout thing. Like, oh, I'm going to do a lot of actions. I'm going to connect with all these people and then I'm going to do all these messages. And then if you do it too much, LinkedIn thinks you're a robot and they immediately kicks you out. But also, you might just do that for one whole day and then leave for about 2 weeks. And you come back and you do it all for one day and then leave for 2 weeks. And you realize that big action, over time is not going to get you anywhere. Where if you just do the smaller things consistently throughout time, you're going to get somewhere better. Yeah,
definitely. I always work on the basis of doing little, but doing it often. And therefore, you can just keep working and you will see the results better because you're remaining consistent. Anything you remain consistent and persistent at, you will get the results. So it's literally, when it comes to LinkedIn as well, because obviously people will ask, because that's what they want to know, it is doing these liking comments and just having the small conversations with people. So it's all about having two-way conversations. So you don't want to be attacking them with sales or just trying to talk about your side, talk about their side. Like, you want to have a two-way conversation. So the way you have these two-way conversations is by putting in the little effort elsewhere, and then that will make that conversation, because if they see you popping up on their trend, on their feed saying, oh, Luke's liked my thingy, Luke's commented here, or Luke's congratulated, how welcoming are you going to be when your message comes across?
Yeah, it's like, I'm Luke who keeps commenting and talking and engaging. We're like, oh, thank you so much for helping me out. And I think we inherently just try and help each other out. Because when you build a community or when you build like a sales repertoire, it's all about giving that little bit each time. Because I mean, back in the day, if you wanted to make any friends, what you would do is essentially go out and just talk and say, oh, I like this. Say we were on the playground, we're talking about Pokemon cards. Like, oh, I got this card, great. Then I find out what you like, and then later on down the line, I go, oh, I've got this card you might like, and then you pass it on. It's always little small actions, and later on down the line, we're best friends.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's just natural with anything. Like, back to your playground example, I wouldn't go up to you straight away saying, like, if we didn't know each other, saying, should we go bowling this weekend? Like, oh, who am I, and who's this guy asking me to go bowling? But whereas, if you do the little things, especially when it comes to business as well, because people are looking to trust you before they spend money with you. So if you do these little actions, if you hold in the back of your mind that you're doing these little actions to build trust, belief, and awareness, then you know that these actions are going to count towards that, and then that's how you see it. So it's all about mindset with the little things, and the sooner you get yourself into this, to be fair, you'll see the results.
Yeah, they just come in as it goes on. So thank you very much for coming down.
It's all right.
A very quick, brief one as we go into it. I'm still waking up now. So we'll be back here on Wednesday at 12:15, but we also on Thursday have a digital sales masterclass course.
Yes, so that will be on Thursday. So in that workshop, you'll learn how to basically create conversations. We'll show you how to create belief, trust, and awareness before that conversation starts. So it's great for salespeople. It also makes sales very fun, because I know when we spoke about sales before, people find it quite daunting because they don't want to be like salesy. Whereas this, it shows you how to build relationships and just build trust and just build up that rapport first. Yeah,
it's how to be yourself and be a salesman at the same time, which is something which, people think, oh, I can't really do that, I'm not a salesperson. But if you know the right steps and if you know the right strategies, you know how to approach it, you will be able to be yourself and a great salesman.
Yeah, totally.
So thank you for coming down once again, and thank you all for watching Maverrik Live. We'll be back on Wednesday. I have been Luke, and this has been Kurtis.
See you later.
Have a great day.